drive.
If you guys want to hear
Because it's just a screw apart. And
So it's a front-wheel drive full electric. It is the fastest electric in its class, with the exception of the Tesla S. There isn't another car that can do 60.
Okay,
6.9 seconds.
anyway, okay, so I'll let you go.
The drivetrain battery packs, all of that was designed by Tesla. We're in partnership with them. Mercedes-Benz kind of bailed them out in the beginning. We bought 10% of the company. And if you guys have ever been in a Tesla, you'll notice the gear shifter, the windows, all Mercedes-Benz original parts. So we're kind of, there's a little bit of a crossover between Mercedes-Benz and Tesla as of right now.
Did you say fastest?
It is the fastest.
What's your
0 to 60. 7.9 seconds. Oh, right.
So it's a three-phase induction motor, not a permanent.
This thing will trip the tires at 20 miles an hour. So it's very fast.
So it's an induction motor, not a permanent magnet motor.
That's correct. Yeah, they're all. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it correct that the first Tesla and Toyota, okay,
The RAV4?
kind of work together, and then Mercedes bought 10% of.
Yeah, they invested in Tesla. Yeah.
So they're actually even more in debt than.
Yes, agreed. Yeah. So there was some of the, like I said, some of the parts that you see in Tesla and Mercedes-Benz OEM parts, and that was part of the payment for that part of it.
Yeah, everybody wins.
Exactly, everybody went. Tesla got all of our old parts, so it always got them on pieces.
That wasn't a bad investment.
No, it wasn't a bad investment because we get the battery packs now from Tesla, the same technology, the individual cells in series, right? And so if one goes bad, it automatically will just reroute and the battery will continue working.
The big prize, I believe, is a certain amount of technology transfer. Okay? There's obviously agreements that they'll have access to the technology.
What is very funny is when you mention that some of the recuperative braking and radar-based technology that is in this car is actually already in the Teslas, but inactive. So there's a way to actually get into to get into the system, and it's the software is there, but the hardware isn't yet. So Tesla's going to be coming out with like the radar-based cruise control, driver assistance, the Distronic from Mercedes, but the software's already in the car, but the hardware is not. So this has the recuperative radar in the front here that actually can determine how the way the traffic's acting, and it will adjust its regeneration based on traffic. So it's some of that technology is not.
Is that a Mercedes word?
Yeah.
It is.
I was talking to a friend.
I was talking to a friend in region.
Yeah.
Recuperative sounds like a dealership word.
It's very possible, yeah. We use the term is synonymous.
What about the drive mode on this one? How many drive modes?
There's two drive modes. There's S and E, but technically there's a couple. Technically there's one more. So there is the car. I have some notes here just because of the numbers. There's so many numbers to remember. But so the pedal itself. I don't know if you guys have sat in it or felt, but if you want to come around and just get as close as you can, you're going to listen for something. All right. I'm going to push down on the gas pedal, and I'm going to push down on the first of them. So I'm pushing it down. Now I'm going to push it past the system. So what happens is...
It's not a gas pedal.
It's not a gas pedal. I'm going to push down on the pedal, right?
Accelerator.
Okay. It's called the acceleration pedal, right? So it'll go from... So between the top part of its throw and its first limit is 98 kilowatts of output. All right? The second you hit that click, you go through that click, it's going to dump 34 more kilowatts. So it's a total of, what is that, 132 kilowatts of power. That's how.
Better than a progressive motor.
No, there is a progressive throw. But at the bottom,
Having it dump 34 kilowatts.
all at once. That's like it's like the OS handle. It's like the let's go pedal, right? So between 0 and 98 kilowatts, you're going to have pretty strong acceleration, but if you're looking for that 7.9 seconds, 0 to 60, you're going to want to get through that quick, okay?
The old jet industry electroband, the SCR controller, the SCR controller, you know, it looked dirty on the oscilloscope, it takes beating, so they had a big relay, And the same thing, you press it down, and then when you go all the way to the floor, that relay goes click.
Yep.
And it's just as many amps as the battery can give you.
So I have a question
And-
for you about the efficiency.
Yeah.
According to the EPA sticker, this thing gets 400 watt-hours per mile.
Did you do the math?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I haven't done the math, but I
Well, it's right there on that sticker.
right. So well, yeah,
So 40 kilowatt-hours per 100 miles is 4 kilowatt-hours. That's horrible.
so realistically, this thing will do. We're hearing real world in San Francisco. You can do about 120 miles on a full charge in the city. In the city, out on the freeway, you're looking at about 82 to 84, depending on your driving style. So it's also, I mean, it actually the range is pretty competitive in the market right now.
You know that. That's what you get when you drag race,
Yeah.
right?
So Mercedes is also notorious for underestimating. So like I have a C class that stated 31,
Yeah.
and I have a photograph of it getting 38 miles to the gallon. So they are notorious for understating fuel economy in all their vehicles, because they never want to get into a situation like Hyundai did with the $3.4 million class action lawsuit. So we
I
use
hear
a
you, but
conservative
400
language.
watt-hours per mile is really hideous.
Yeah, it should be. It's conservative, absolutely.
That's-
But 82 miles at 40
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say. You gotta try the car, take it out, and drive it, and see what you actually think. Try a real world
On the bad
example is very
side.
different than what's on paper, especially in Mercedes, right? So
Yeah,
this it does have the equivalent of 177 horsepower, or 132 kilowatt motor.
it's just
There's a bunch of different like small accoutrements in the car. You do have the
Yeah,
rotary
I know.
paddle, so you can actually change the power. So it's got drive auto, drive minus, and drive plus, which as you hit the plus paddle, it's gonna regen at a stronger rate than if you pull the left paddle. If you put it into drive auto by holding the right paddle down, it'll go ahead and use that radar-based regeneration. We call it that. The regeneration, it'll just basically based on traffic, how it regenerates.
But you could coast into a stop sign.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll come to almost a complete stop. The other thing, as with all electrics, the brake life on these cars is out of this world just because it's never using the brakes very rarely, if at all.
Out of curiosity, does it have creep?
Creep.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let off
yes,
the
it does.
brake.
It has
Yeah,
creep.
all of our cars are going to have the.
Okay, there are Teslas that I find it that concentrating on creep. I put that.
We have a whole feature.
40 kilowatt?
Do you have the key? Okay, well, our whole feature actually takes care of that.
It's not a Tesla.
It's on standard on all Mercedes-Benz, the whole Mercedes-Benz product line. It's conservative. Smart. The whole feature basically, I'll show you how it works. If I have the car in drive and I'm sitting at a light and the car is stopped, if I just do this and let go, the car's held.
Okay.
It's that you can relax.
Gets rid of that annoying creep.
The other thing you can do actually, you can throw it in reverse, you can put it in park, the whole feature will stay on. It's basically like putting the car in a temporary park without changing gears. The second the light turns green, tap the gas and you're on. What is the quote? Good question. I don't have that data. Not currently, but that could be what.
About the same as a Tesla.
Yeah.
no. This is way lighter than a Tesla.
It is. Yeah. it's
Way
definitely-
lighter by
The battery is like
1,500
what, half the
pounds.
size or something?
Yeah, no, this is probably
Third of
barely
the size.
3,000 pounds.
Steel body.
Battery's 28 kilowatt.
Steel, all high strength, low alloy steel. It actually has,
33,
this is kind of interesting. So if you look here, rescuers now. I don't know, I was a paramedic for 6 years. So I've been in many instances where I've seen people, I've been in the car with them for an hour and a half while they cut them out of a bad accident. So now rescuers, Mercedes-Benz is doing this all the way back to 1982. If you come into the dealership, they will give you one of these. They have a thing like this, something similar, but it's their own tool. They hit the rescue card, it scans, you click on it, it says, oh, which car do you have? Here's the car, and there's the blueprint.
Oh, so they know where
They
not
know
to cut.
exactly where to cut, where not to cut, where not to set off other airbags and injure the people that are inside for airbags that may have not gone off. They also, there are places on this car you cannot use the jaws of life. They will break the jaws of life because of the high strength low alloy steel. So they basically implemented this program on every single model you see here. All the way back to 1982 has this on it now. If it wasn't on it, you can come in and get it for free. So that's just another little peace of mind thing. That
Which plug is that?
It's the standard
J1772?
Yeah, exactly.
Same on the smart car.
Yep. So charging times. So charging time is daunting at 110. 33 hours from zero at 120 volts. And what was that? Yeah, 120 volts, your standard house amps. I think it's 10 amp.
15.
15, 10, yeah, something
Wouldn't
like
be
that.
more than 15.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're 32 to 33 hours from a full from a
And on a standard J17 public charger?
public. Well, it depends. Some are 30 amps, some are 40 amps, right?
Sure.
Okay.
But
so
it'll take advantage of the 40 amp?
3.5 hours. Okay.
It's actually 10 kilowatt, as I recall.
It's
It's not 6.6 like the maximum Leaf is. It's actually
you're right.
10,
Yes, it is
which
a 10
means that
kilowatt charger
which is-
on
which
board
means that technically you
charger.
can do 50 amps at the most.
It's the basic Tesla charger.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But E-Motor Works will do it for way cheaper, so you
Oh,
don't
you're
get
with
one.
E-Motor Works?
Not with them. I just know about them. I support Val.
10 kilowatts, get rid of the battery. So you do have a 10 kilowatt onboard charger that
10
will
kilowatts
charge.
is not horrible.
Yeah, you're talking 2 hours for 60 miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So 30 miles an hour.
Right?
That's not bad.
40 amps. Anything 40 amps will
that comes out
deliver
to 33
that
years,
3.5 hour charge.